But yes, Patrick Dorgu. Patrick
Yes.
Dorgu. The second bid has gone in according to, well, Fabrizio Romano, The Athletic, everyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The numbers, it's around £25 million. And it's believed that this one should get accepted. Ben Jacobs earlier said Man United optimistic of agreeing a deal for Patrick Dorgu. It's interesting. He says that improved offer will be north of 30 million, which we know that's the 25. Parties have 5 million golf in valuation, so they've seemed to have bridged that. And hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, we get our man. Left wing back. It looks like we're starting there.
Yeah, well, and also, people that I can already see, the comparisons that will be made. You know what I mean? A left back that has left back called Patrice Evra, Patrick Dorgu in January.
Oh, calling him.
You know what I mean? They'll be doing that kind of stuff.
I've got a lot of emotions, man, and I'm not. I'm
really. That's not like you. You're not like you to have a lot of emotions.
I've got a lot of emotions, and similar to how Ruben describes himself, it's like this is a terrible. It's a terrible time as a Man United fan, and I'm not sure about this move just yet. I don't know whether to be excited. I don't know what to feel about it, because I'm watching a club say to Man United, first bid not good enough, go back, try again. Yeah, and they're getting a good fee for a player that is unproven, totally unproven. Like, we don't know. There's not a lot about him. There's not a lot to go on, but they're saying cough up 25 million. Right now, give us 25 million. That's all we're listening to. They're fighting relegation. Hopefully he's going to, I feel for him in a sense, because now there's a lot of pressure, because he might be the only person we actually bring in. And if he's the person, in a sense of, well, I'm not trying to move forward to the show, but if we're saying we're getting rid of a kid from the academy, and this is the only player we're bringing in, the eyes are going to be on him. Because now the leeway that the manager has, as soon as he makes a sign, everyone can say, well, he hasn't got his players. No, he spent 25 million. Right now, we've added this to his book. This is on his notepad.
Well, this is the suggestion with that, KG, though. The suggestion is that, let's say, hypothetically, Alejandro Garnacho does go. It's actually unrelated to this Patrick Dorgu stuff. The suggestion is that it's the exit of Anthony, which is seemingly, we got the Here We Go ages ago, and there was some concern because he was there last night. He was there in training. Garmesh from Sky Sports saying today that he's been given permission to travel for his medical with Real Betis, and Betis is going to pay at least 84% of his wages plus bonuses.
Crazy.
It's a straight loan, and depending on performance, United could actually make a profit on his wages, like they did with Sanchez to Dortmund last season.
If this player comes in, you lot know how my agenda, where it is at, and how I feel about Delo. I can't wait to see a new left wing back. Hopefully he's ready. Hopefully he can jump in and play, and he's good. That's what I'm really hoping for. I hope it's not a long transition. But again, with these players still trying to understand the system and style, I couldn't see why it would take long to bring him in anyway. So he's almost in a good position. But yeah, I'm just there's other things I'm more worried about, but I'll be okay with this player coming in. We've been burnt so many times. I'm trying not to get too excited over a new signing, and then it turns into, oh my God, what's happened here? Like,
well, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly. You just got to bide your time. And Patrick Dorgu, look, he's played 50 odd times for Lecce over a couple of seasons. Played near enough all the games in Serie A last year. Played near enough all the games in Serie A this year. But let's be honest, they're down the bottom. Do you know what I mean? They're down the bottom. Not to say that means he's rubbish. Of course not.
But there are other clubs interested. Napoli want
him.
They
want to buy him, and they're at the top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and there's other clubs in Europe. So, he's clearly someone who's highly thought of. But that's all we can go off. We can't be like, yes, finally someone who's going to lock down the left hand side. Finally. No, we don't know. We thought when we were getting Malacia, when he was going to go to Lyon from Feyenoord, and we hijacked that deal for like 14 million or whatever. We went, that's the sort of deals we need to be doing. Let's get this. Let's push Luke Shaw all the way. Finally. And, we don't even need to talk about what's happened with Malacia.
But we don't want to talk out of both sides of our mouth. This is something we touched on this morning, Flex, isn't it? Where we all of us will say, like, Ruben Amorim, he needs players, right? And he needs his players for his positions, for his system. But because there is such a lack of faith and I guess optimism just around United in general at the moment is that even when we are getting players, and I've seen this reaction quite a bit actually on social media, people going, I mean, I don't know if I describe it as excited about Dorgu, not because he's not like a big name or anything like that. It's just more like I think the realization, the penny's finally dropped that it ain't going to be just one player that fixes our issues. And it's like, okay, great. I hope you're good, mate, because you're coming into a bit of a shit show, you know. And whilst I'm happy that we're making the signing because we need the signing, we need the players, it's like, okay, you've got to start somewhere. It's like, go back to the optimum thing, right? You've got a lot of weight to lose. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to do one day, you know. And sometimes part of the reason sometimes people give up is right at the start. They think, I've got so much weight to drop and that's a long time and that's a lot of work to do. And have I got this in me to do it, you know? And you do have to start somewhere, as bad as it is right now. And it probably is going to get worse. You've got to start and you've got to put one foot in front of the other. And maybe that's what Patrick Dorgu is, but he's going to be walking into one heck of a shit show. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, he knows somewhere. He's starting relegation. So he like, who better poised to come in and be like, well, I know this. Everyone needs to fight, guys. You know,
what's he going from like 16th to 14th or something like that? I think it's the same. Yeah, exactly. He's used to being at this part of the league, so that shouldn't be a problem. But I see because like people always say, I'll say no, people say, oh, you ruin players. If you just got this guy who's really good, you just ruin him, or whatever. Or you go, oh, this guy, what you United in the mud, trying to get back to the promised land, and they're getting some 20-year-old kid who's played 4 times for Denmark. Like they're in the mud. So then, okay, we can't sign anybody then. We can't do anything. We can't get Alphonso Davies, and we can't get the kids of like that's about right for where we're shopping at right now. We can't. Yeah, shut the channel, shut the club down. Vibe. All right, don't buy anybody. Keep Luke Shaw. Keep everybody. Just keep playing them because we ruin everything. So we have to start somewhere.
Wasn't Malacia linked with a move out though? He was linked with a loan or something.
He was linked with a move to Serie A as well. And again, it goes back to perception because. If Brighton made the same transfer in this window, they signed Patrick Dorgu from Lecce, we'd be like, watch him become a £60 million player in 3 years. 100%. And because he would. It's just because United, that doesn't happen. So
we're poor kid, you've ruined him. You've ruined him straight away.
We're assuming that something is wrong. Exactly. And look, it might be
he's the only signing right now. And he's coming in on his ones as well. So he's with all the other criminals. It's just one guy who's now not a criminal. Well, I know you're on that. Like,
but there might be the thing in 18 months' time that we go, tell you what, great bit of business. £25 million. He plays most weeks, and he's all right. He's not bad going.
But yes, Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu. The second bid has gone in according to Fabrizio Romano.